Shalom, all praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. As I'm stepping in this truth, as I'm walking in this light, I get excited. When I see evil, I want to call it out immediately. But you got to have reserve, you got to have patience, you got to know when to hold your tongue, because you're going to get yourself in more trouble than you're going to do good in some cases. Happened to me today. And I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't open up my mouth at that point in time. I want to read from Ecclesiasticus chapter 14. I'll start at the top. Blessed is the man that hath not slipped with his mouth, and is not pricked with the multitude of sins. Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. Riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods riotously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. I'm going to stop there. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? If you're not taking care of yourself, numero uno, what really are you doing for anybody else if you're not taking care of yourself? For example, let's say the top guy in HR at a big corporation is a smoker. All right, he's not caring about himself. How can anyone genuinely refer to him as a person that cares if he ain't even caring about himself? He out here smoking cigarettes. In another sense, let's say, somebody that spends all this time trying to keep their family right, try to keep their family healthy and everything else, they start forgetting about their self, and then they become sick. And then the whole family is struck because, hey, the person that's supposed to be taking care of us, he's now sick, or she's now sick. What do we do? Okay, you got to keep yourself healthy. Yourself is numero uno. Okay? He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. The envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face. He despiseth men. A covetous man's eyes not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. A wicked eye envieth bread, but he is a niggard at his table. My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself, and give the Lord his due offering. Remember that death will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grace is not showed unto thee. Do good unto thy friend before thou die, and according to the ability stretch out thy hand and give to him. What better love for a friend than to lay down his life for his friends? Right? Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee. Shalt thou not leave thy travails unto another, and thy labors to be divided by lot? Give and take and sanctify thy soul, for there is no seeking of dainties in the grave. Give and take and sanctify thy soul, for there is no seeking of dainties in the grave. Spending all this time to just build all this money and have all these things, you can't take it to the other side with you. That's why we got to build up those spiritual riches. All flesh waxeth old as a garment, for the covenant from the beginning is, thou shalt die the death. From the beginning, okay? How did we get here? How do we end up in these vessels? You have to refer back to Genesis. Okay? I'll hit you with Jude. This is one easily rememberable. I forget which verse it is, but and all those angels that kept not their first estate were bound in everlasting chains. You can look up that word chains. It can also mean ligaments. All these ligaments of our body keeping us all together in this vessel with the spirit inside of this vessel. Okay? Where we at? Ecclesiasticus 14 and 18. As of the green leaves on a thick tree, some fall and some grow. So is the generation of flesh and blood. One cometh to an end, and another is born. Every work rotteth and consumeth away, and the worker thereof shall go withal. Blessed is the man that doth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. He that considereth her ways in his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets. Let me read those two one more time. Blessed is the man that doth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. He that considereth her ways in his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets. And when we say her, they're talking about wisdom. So go after her as one that traceth, and lie in wait in her ways. He that prieth in at her windows shall also hearken at her doors. He that doth lodge near her house shall also fasten a pin in her walls. He shall pitch his tent nigh unto her, and shall lodge in a lodging where good things are. He shall set his children under her shelter, and shall lodge under her branches. By her he shall be covered from heat, and in her glory shall he dwell. And that's the end of chapter 14 right there. Just read the whole 14th chapter of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach. All right? Okay, seek that wisdom. Have that wisdom to apply it to your daily grind, so that you don't slip with your mouth, and you don't get pricked with the multitude of your sins. Clean it up. Keep it all clean. All praise to the Most High. Shalom.